Alrighty, so welcome back to Subnautica, and some stuff was actually brought to me a little while ago. There was a multiplayer series, well, I guess video that me and the guys were going to work on. It's still in production, it's still something we're going to work on in the future, to my understanding at least, and we want to try and mess around with it. Now, I'm making this video to bring awareness to it, more than anything else, to be honest with you, because I know a lot of you guys do love Subnautica, and you do love the game in general, and want to see more things from it. Now, the developers themselves have stated that they will not be working on a multiplayer function for the game. It will not be multiplayer because it is mostly single-player driven story aspects and other things like that in the game right now. So, that's understandable. They don't want to do multiplayer. It's fine. And it's a lot of work to do multiplayer. I can't blame them because the way the story is driven right now and the game is made, multiplayer wouldn't really work out for it anyways. It would be a really weird, hairy situation, and I think it would devalue Subnautica ultimately as to what it's supposed to be, which is an underwater survival game where you go through and you find a cure for a horrible disease or infection, whatever you want to call it, and so on and so forth. However, that doesn't mean modders won't be able to get their hands in on the fray and decide, hey, well, maybe we want multiplayer. And there's actually a very, very promising multiplayer mod that is in development right now that's actually at a point where it's kind of working. It's not 100% there, but it's getting to a point where you will be able to eventually play the game when you use this modification, and you'll be able to play with your friends. Now, how stable and how accurate it's going to be with the game's story and how things are going to pan out, I'm not entirely sure. I don't even know how this thing's going to work when you're able to make the rocket and you can get off the planet. I just don't know. It's like I said, multiplayer for this game, even for the developers, they decided not to do it for a reason, and now they are focusing the game on single player, which turning a single player game into a multiplayer game is not an easy task. There is a lot of missing details that are needed to make it work correctly. For instance, you see me swimming around right now, and you see my model moving. However, I feel like if I was watching from the other side, let's say I was watching this character model right now, it probably wouldn't be doing half the animations that you can see. I probably wouldn't be holding the gun the way I am right now, the way you can see it. A lot of things would be different, and it's weird with developers because like they have to do two different blueprints. There's one for a third person, and there's one for a first person. And this one is all first person from what I understand, along with the Cyclops and the Seamoth and stuff. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to show you guys exactly what this multiplayer mod is and what it does to your game. Now, I do have a bunch of video footage that I can show you too, from the person that actually made the mod, the person that is currently working on it. And from what I understand, they don't want donations from it. Actually, this is Actuan Bus. It's Subnautica backwards. The guy has a YouTube channel. I can't say his name. Ak, if you see this, I'm sorry, man. I couldn't say your name, but change your channel name, damn it. I need something I can pronounce. I can't pronounce anything on this channel anyways. Like, you see that peeper? Pretty sure I started out calling those like dicks or something, probably. Makes sense to me. But yeah, as always, guys, if you do enjoy Subnautica, well then leave a like for more. If you do want progress on this mod to continue and you want to bring more awareness, share this video with your friends and other people that you know that make content on YouTube, and we could really have a push to get this mod to go. Now, the thing I wanted to point out is the mod developer himself, from what I understand, isn't asking for donations. They're just asking for help from other people that can modify the game files and understand how to use the engine and stuff like that. They have a public Trello as well of issues and things they are trying to overcome in the game and learning the game, I guess, and how it's made and how it's been scripted and stuff. Now, I don't know if this person has any experience modding at all, but I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you, at this point, because like it's someone that's willing to spend dozens of hours editing game files and messing with things, so we have something for free that is multiplayer. So at the end of the day, no matter what, it's a win-win. If they fail, it's still a win because at least someone tried. Someone stepped up and they said, hey, people really want this. There's hundreds of thousands of people that want this, and we're going to do this. I hope you've enjoyed watching me throw acid mushrooms at the thingies. The, I can't remember their name. Those dick snout thing. No, it's not a dick snout. Gasopods. There we go. I was going to try and scan it and try and figure out what it was. But I'm going to bring those multiplayer videos up now so you can actually understand what's going on and how far along they've gotten so far. Now, it's still super early. Super early, so don't expect anything too impressive. But you can play with another person in Subnautica using this mod. I don't think the mod is public yet, by the way. I do believe us content creators got access to it so we could show everyone, and then you guys can mess around with it, but like it's a really big download. It's like 100 gigabytes or something like that, and there's a bunch of stuff that needs to be done with it. Otherwise, eat the shit that I just grabbed. Was there something in there? Oh well. Either way, I'm going to move into the video now, and yeah. So here is the first video about multiplayer in Subnautica. You can see there is another player currently manning the sub, and I will leave a link to the channel in the description of this video so you can check these out for yourself if you want. I have most of them compiled and put onto this thing so I could show you and make you more aware of this, but you can see silent running. This was updated, I think, yesterday. This was put in. Someone playing multiplayer with another person. Now you can see silent running is working flawlessly, it seems. There's no animation for holding the wheel, which makes sense to me. Because, I mean, why would they have a third-person animation in on the game? Unless, like, it's something with the multiplayer not streaming it right? I'm not sure, but you can still see it. I'm not sure what's up with the top right screen, and if that's, like, maybe that's just the other player's stats. Maybe that's what their stuff is currently at. You can see activating things, it's synced up, so he can actually use the dashboard that comes up and turn on the lights, turn off the lights, stuff like that. There's no walk animation, because, I mean... Again, it's very early access. The model is like there and complete, which is kind of cool, though. I like that. He was building something there, too, which is also pretty cool. Can he close that? He did close that, and that syncs up with multiplayer, so doors open and close on multiplayer appropriately. Now he's moving into another room in the Cyclops. Keep in mind, this thing was just moving, and he was able to stay inside of it with someone. But the Cyclops is moving over, and he's going to go see what he can build, I assume? Yes, okay, and he's building something. Okay, sonar upgrade, so he can actually... You could actually have your friend playing with you and tell them, hey, make some sonar upgrades for us. So I'm going to move into the next video and see what that one's about. So in this one, I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but it seems like he's holding on to a vehicle modification. He just took a medkit, actually. But he's using a vehicle modification station. If I could talk, I'd be happy. Looks like storage is working. He put that in the locker. Storage works, so you could actually go out and farm materials with a friend, and they could... Wow, you could actually... This is working more than I had thought. What about battery chargers? Could you ask your friend to go over and charge some batteries? Does that work? Is he putting... Is he going to put something in it? Okay, he put a battery in it. It's showing up on his end, and he took his battery. Okay, so his friend took the battery out. Okay, and his friend just took a battery, and then they took it? Yo, okay, so that's synced up too. What about the power cells, though? But that's gonna be a big one if you need, if your Cyclops is stuck at the bottom of the ocean and you have no energy left. You know, can you call your friend to say, hey, can you charge up this battery or bring me a good battery? And apparently you can, which is also awesome. What is he making? Oh. Oh, he made an aquarium. Oh, and you can see him dynamically making that stuff too. That is so cool. And he's inside of it now, swimming around. Now, it's a little bit laggy and weird. I'm not sure what that's about, but, like, you can see the swim animation working. He's putting peepers inside now. That is so cool. So you could effectively make stuff. Let me just go to another one. So this video is all about building and how it works with multiplayer. It seems like his friend just made a structure. Can he build on top of it? He can build on top of it, which is also really cool. This mod is further along than I thought, and his friend is building on that. His friend's also facing the wrong way. Oh, and you could see above his head for a second. It had his, like, player name and stuff. And now they're inside the tube. Okay. That is so cool. You can build, too, like building works with multiplayer. He's making a locker, too? Really? Yo, that is cool. All right, so I guess this is a test of the constructor and world items, so he's just putting that down. His friend just put that down, which is good. I'm not sure why they teleport around. Okay, he just got up on top of it. There was no animation. He's backwards now. I'm not sure what's causing that, but I'm sure they'll fix it. His friend is making a Cyclops. So what happens if you haven't learned the Cyclops, but they have? Does it still work? That is so cool. Like, if you're stuck somewhere, your friend can make a submarine and come get you. If yours is, like, broken, or maybe you take out the team submarine and you need to get out. That is so cool. And it goes into the water. Yo. So this is a video of them messing around with vehicles. Now this is an older one too, just so you know. This video is an older one, so that black orb, I assume was the player. Seeing them move around. Yes, that orb is the player. That's the other player that's here. Vehicle interaction seems to work though.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
You can use the sea moth. Now, where is his friend, though? His friend who is just an orb right now. But, I mean, he was using it, so you can share vehicles, which is good. And I think that's it, but I'm going to leave the channel right here. It is Sunrunner121, the person that is currently working on the mod. I am going to go over to the Trello now and show you that real quick for the people that are interested in helping with this mod. So the actual name of this mod is actually called the Nitrox Client, and it's right here actually, and all the folders, all the files really are right here. I'm not sure if they work currently, but it is a open source multiplayer modification for the game Subnautica. What is the current status? The mod is in very early stages of development. However, a solid foundation has been laid for the community to iterate on. The following milestones have been completed. And then it's everything they've managed to do. So client-server communication, player movement, picking up, dropping, item syncing, long-range world syncing, base building, furniture building, most furniture interactions, containers, med kits, fabricators, chargers, power management, CMOTH, and exosuit syncing, which is going to be a big one. Basic Cyclops syncing, which probably means it still needs more work. Rudimentary chat system, new HUD for remote players, basic player animations, integration with Harmony. I do not know what Harmony is, so let me just take a look real quick. Harmony, I am not sure about. I guess Harmony is a way for you to connect? Maybe? Is that how it... Oh, well, I'm not sure. But how do you play the mod? Until a stable version is released, it is not recommended for casual play. Please be patient as we work to build a great enhancement for the game. How can I contribute? Simply submit a pull request. Full documentation can be found on the wiki tab. Feel free to join us in the Subnautica Modders Discord channel. And if I had a link to that Discord, I would leave it in the description of the video, but I unfortunately do not. And why the name Nitrox? Nitrox is an alternative air mixture used by scuba divers to achieve longer bottom dives. As a mod, it will provide a new dimension of gameplay to extend your enjoyment. That's deep. That's really deep. So then moving into this, the Nitrox Trello, which you have probably seen the Subnautica developers and their official Trello. You can see the long-term ideas, container locking, which would be cool, configurable resource sharing, server browser, server plugins, client testers, major backlog, server management starts with location, multiple... So, like, there's a lot of stuff that they still need to do. The minor backlog is stuff right here that they're working on, and things that they want to actually have in the game. So locker names don't sync, apparently. Water filtration does not sync. Suppress pickup items when deconstructed, it's not synced. There's just a bunch of stuff that needs to be worked on. Doing right now is what they're working on. So this, what is this? Your Subnautica found yada yada yada. Okay, and they're working on an installer, AI sync, which is going to be that's going to be really important. Decouping chat system, save file sending. So there's a bunch of stuff, and like there's still more over on this side too. Finalize, stimulate, simulation, ownership framework, power management, fabricator sync. Like they've put a bunch of stuff in already. There's a bunch of stuff that's already done. Cyclops Fabricator is recently completed. A lot of this stuff is done from what I can see. And there's really not that many things left that I would say they have to do from a technical standpoint as far as like syncing the other things up. You really, to have a base working mod, just need people to be able to see each other move around, interact with the objects, the same objects, and have the server not crash from, you know, whatever issue may come up from that. I think it's going to be a wonderful development project for a lot of people. There's a lot of passionate modders out there. I'm sure there are some very skilled people that would love to get on a project like this, because this would open a door for modding in Subnautica that would be like no other, because there are so few Subnautica mods, and yet Subnautica is such an important and big game to so many people. Now I want to make it clear for you guys so you know, this mod has nothing to do with the official developers of Subnautica. They are not sponsoring it. They are not helping with it. I do not know if they will ever help it in the future. I am not speaking for the mods. I cannot speak for the developers of Subnautica. I can't, because I don't actually know them enough to, you know, hey, can you do this or that? What I do know though is that they will definitely get wind of the mod, if not already have wind of it, and I don't know what their opinion is on it or how they feel about the game being modified. Personally, I feel like there's nothing but good that could come out of a mod like this, especially if they're not asking for money. They're not trying to make money. This guy or chick, whoever it is, because I've never spoken to them, but they don't want to make money. They're just out to make something amazing for the community. I believe, actually, you can make donations, and it is for doctors across borders. I think that was mentioned in Axe video. I can't say your name, damn it. Subnautica's video. Just Subnautica backwards, basically, but that's all I have on the multiplayer mod right now, and I know the video from a gameplay standpoint wasn't too cool, but I really wanted to tell you guys about it. I think this is something that needs attention, so like I said, share this video with your friends if they do enjoy Subnautica. Try and get the word out, because I would love to see something happen with this mod in the future. I would absolutely love to open a server and play with people on it from my Discord server, or just play with subscribers in general. That would be amazing. That would be like, that's a life goal for me on Subnautica, because it can get so lonely playing the game sometimes. And meanwhile, like, all your friends are on multiplayer games, and here you are like, oh, I'm playing a game that would be amazing as multiplayer, but, well, I'm playing single player because it's not a thing in the game. But either way, guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. Let me know your thoughts on multiplayer coming to Subnautica, because it would be astronomical. I know you guys are gonna love it. I just know already. I know I'm gonna love it. I'm excited. Hopefully you are too. Keep up with the mod, and I definitely will as well. But like I said, leave a like if you enjoyed it and you want me to keep up with the multiplayer functions that happen and changes, and maybe even someday start a multiplayer series. I think that would be amazing. But yeah, I will see you in the next video.